welcome back to another edition of Michigan Conservative Roundtable. My name is TJ, and in my previous solos, I've talked quite a bit about ex-military and heroes, and in this one I'd like to talk about a prior service Marine, 33-year-old. His name is Rob Jones from Virginia, and he is running for a seat in the House of Representatives. He is a double amputee and unfortunately lost both his legs in Afghanistan. Grew up in Lovettsville, Virginia, in the very district he is now running for. He's a Republican, and next year he will compete in the Republican primary to see who runs against the incumbent, Jennifer Wexton, in the 10th District. This district has been primarily held by Republicans for almost 40 years. That is, up until last year in 2018, when she won. She pawned herself off as a moderate, but since coming into office, she has voted 93% of the time with AOC. And when you say AOC, you might as well just say the squad. She is no moderate. And as far as I'm concerned, there are no moderate Democrats. He enrolled in Virginia Tech, and in his junior year, he joined the Marine Corps Reserve. And if I would just like to give a side note on the Reserve and Guard elements, these guys are seeing full-time duties overseas, and this is a result of our military downsizing. So much so that when a young guy comes to me seeking my advice, and if he says something to the effect about how he's thinking about going into the whatever reserves or Michigan National Guard or whatever, I pretty much tell him, man, just go full-time because high likelihood you're going to go full-time anyways. In saying that, Rob Jones became a combat engineer. And combat engineers have a unique and dangerous job. They engage, they construct, they destroy different assortment of obstacles, sometimes under hostile conditions. These obstacles would be however it's designed and built to halt or slow down or even funnel the enemy into a more preferred area of engagement. In any event, in 2008, he did a tour in Iraq. In 2010, he went on a tour in Afghanistan. And on 22 July, in the worst way possible, he found an IED by stepping on it, losing both his legs above the knee. He received treatment at Walter Reed in Bethesda, Maryland. 2011, he was discharged from the Marines as a sergeant, received a Purple Heart for his injuries. He learns to walk with prosthetic legs, and then he learns to run. In 2017, he ran 31 marathons in 31 days, each marathon being over 26 miles, and he was able to raise over $200,000 for veteran charities. In an interview, he was quoted as saying, "I joined the Marine Corps because I admired the selflessness and courage that Marines exhibited, and I wanted to serve my country like them. When I was injured, I had a choice. I could either accept that my mission was over and coast through life on my disability, or I could learn to walk again and find a new way to fulfill my purpose in life." He was later quoted as saying, "I would never say that I was a hero. In my opinion, I'm just a guy that is living up to his responsibilities." And I'd like to go back to the first part of that quote. I would never say that I was a hero. And when I was reading that, my mind immediately went back to a man by the name of Dick Winters. Served in World War II. Anyone who's watched HBO's Band of Brothers would be familiar with him. Dick Winters first started off as lieutenant, became Easy Company commander, then battalion commander of the 506th, and he was having a conversation with his grandson one day, and there's videos of this too, You can find him on YouTube. There's a video where he's speaking, and he says he was talking to his grandson, and his grandson says, "Grandpa, were you a hero in the war?" And he replies to his grandson, "No, but I served in the company of heroes." And going back to his first part of the statement, I would never say that I was a hero. That would be one of the true characteristics of a humble hero, is not necessarily seeking the glory and fame of it. So, in 2020, he'll be running in the Republican primary. If he wins, he'll go up against Jennifer Wexton. The Republican Party has already come on an endorsement of him, and they feel they have a good chance of taking this district back. Remember, the magic number is 19. And so, in closing, with the help of another hero, hopefully we can hit that magic number. And to give you a teaser on my next solo, I'm going to talk about an ex-Army guy out west, Cold War vet, and he's doing something very interesting. So I hope you come back and find out who this guy is, and here's a hint. I bet you our subscriber in Washington might know who he is. That's it for now. As we say on the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.